from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In my house, hosted by T.Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Clean up on aisle 5. Sounds like my life right now. Just one big mess.
What's going on?
It's my property taxes.
What?
I am behind and I am so worried that I'm going to lose my house. I can pay some of it, but I can't pay it all at once.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm Eric Sabri, the Wayne County Treasurer. The last thing I want is for anyone to lose their property to tax foreclosure. We have assistance programs to help. Visit us at treasurer.waynecounty.com and we'll help you keep your home. We're here to help.
Are live in studio. DJ Sant.
What's
What's going on? Let me hit this switch.
Okay.
We are live for real.
Live. That's okay. Sometimes things happen when we do the live show.
Oh, yeah.
But we gonna keep it rolling and get this house music thing going.
This is what you call the holistic model.
There we go.
Organic, for real. We didn't home grow this one. What's up?
Oh man, good to be down.
Thank you for actually, we've been talking a little bit back and forth trying to get you here too. It's really weird because Mark Charles is on and I've been talking to him for a long time too. And finally everybody's schedule,
Came together.
Brought it in. Definitely. So let's go back in the past. So your bio, it said that you hit the airwaves with Teresa Hill's show.
That's
so.
Correct.
Was that your very first air? Okay. So how'd that come about for you?
Actually, a gentleman named Felton Howard, which I'm sure you're familiar with, submitted her CD of one of the mixes that I had been putting out, and got an opportunity to just get it to her. She liked what she heard. She was doing her after show, and I got a chance to play with her.
Now, when she had hers, I used to listen to it all the time.
Oh man!
Did you guys really mix down there too? Because
No.
it sounded like it.
No.
Okay, so it was all
everything was pre-recorded. Now there might have been occasions where some of the DJs that she had came down and mixed. They did have 1,200 turntables there.
Oh, okay.
But no, my segments that I played with her were already pre-recorded.
Oh, okay.
But you have to play some energy as if you're going to be doing some live, so you want people to think it is.
I didn't know the difference, and
Good,
it was
good.
all good.
Good.
So let's talk about the post days and Alvin days and all those fun days. Let's go back to the 90s for a minute. So what was, and then we're going to talk about clubs today.
Nice.
So what was the energy like?
Oh.
I mean, I know, but you as a DJ, what was the energy like to you?
Well, the thing was, as a DJ, you knew you were responsible for bringing and making the energy in the room become what it became.
Right.
Majority of the time, as a DJ, we kind of came in with our either old school or sort of laid back, soulful, deep. And because of the crowd and the energy that the after hours and some of the clubs I played, we knew then we had to take it up a whole lot. The energy level had to be crazy. That's we talked about that peak thing.
Yeah.
At some point in time, you had to go like a roller coaster ride. You got to take them up. And by the time you get to the end of the night, my thing was I wanted to bang them so they couldn't take it anymore. I want to bang you silly. I want you walking out with steam coming out of the top of your head.
Yeah,
The
this is
sweat
true.
box.
This is true.
And I learned from just watching DJs prior and being a club dancer myself, just hanging out at all the clubs earlier in life.
Right.
You knew what you had to do when you came as a DJ.
Right. Now, I don't remember. I had friends, and I do believe that I went to the Post because back during that time, it was a little earlier to 96. Derek, we used to go around. We did Times Square. We did Heavens. We did all of those spots. We even went to Minjo's. We went to all of these because, house was high energy and pretty much more higher energy in the gay clubs versus the
multicultural, so to speak. Sure.
Right. But I mean, I'm telling you, time off Broadway East too on the east side, and I'm telling you,
bingo. Yes,
man. But I had the Post. So what happened to those clubs? Why didn't they last, or what took them down? Because the music is still here.
Oh, sure. Well, it's just economical times. Todd's, which was on 7 Mile of Van Dyke, closed because the owner one of the partners passed.
Okay.
Same thing for Heavens, just a transition of the ownership of the building where they couldn't get the permit to do it anymore.
Okay.
A lot of clubs, unfortunately, go through a lot of legal things. Not to say that the people bring problems, but the building itself has its own issues. So sometimes even in Ken Collier's case, he passed in 1996, which unfortunately he was at Times Square. He had moved on to off Broadway East. Well, those clubs still existed after he passed, but the music was never the same.
Nope.
Everything changed at that point. So it was just the way it was. The Post lasted as long as it did, thank God, because it was an actual hall, a Legion hall.
Right.
It was someplace I ended up paying every week to have
keep
it
it
there.
going.
So it had a greater opportunity to last, even though I might not have been there. The place is still there.
Exactly. So tell me what Ken Collier, if you say it in French, it's Collier. If you say it in American, it's Collier. So what was he like personally?
Honestly,
you didn't meet him either?
I never got an opportunity to talk to Ken face to face beyond getting cassettes.
Okay.
I bought a tape from him when I would come into Heavens. That'd be the first thing I did before I hit the dance floor. I walked into the DJ booth and said, he said, "Hey, tape girl." I said, "Hey, Ken." He called me tape girl. And I would go out and I actually have 26 cassette tapes of Ken Collier.
Wow.
Him and a couple with him and Melvin Hill together. Ken Collier, Greg Collier cassettes.
Wow.
Serena Tyler, Kelly Hand, Melvin Hill. Just so many different. Dwayne and Mix Bradley.
Right.
Some of the Saturday night
got
house
some
parties.
legions,
Oh man, I've got some.
wow.
I got a container
There
just
you
full of
go.
cassettes that
Wow.
when you're a house head like myself, you also bought the records, but you also admired the other DJs,
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons why I transformed to become a DJ, getting an opportunity to hear and being at the clubs, and wanted to know all these records I had sitting here. How can I put these things together without any interruptions?
Right.
And got a chance. Kelly Hand, I just want to give her a big shout out.
Definitely.
Came over to my home, plugged everything up for me, got me some sound, showed me what to do, and 8 months later,
You was doing it, huh?
I was doing it. But look how long it took. practice, and more practice.
Oh my gosh! So we always talk about social media,
Yes.
Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of stuff, and you are very popular on Facebook. And I had to inbox you. I kept reading all of these posts. So all of you that have Facebook, you must look up DJ Scent Detroit. And we're going to talk about that Detroit piece there. But you got to look up DJ Scent Detroit if you really want to get some knowledge on the divas and divos of house music, because she lays it out. Today you had a group I never even heard of.
Bizarre Inc.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it's like,
yes.
wow, you have Grace Jones, you go with Ann Nesby and everybody, Sylvester. So when you put them on, I think you put them on at least once a week.
Yes, I do every Monday through Friday. I don't do the weekends. That gives me a chance to kind of take a break.
Okay.
But it was something I just started to do. I love Martha Wash.
Yes.
Love what she was
Yes.
doing. And a friend of mine sent me a beautiful picture of her. And I said, I want to share this, but I want to also educate a little bit of who she was.
Right.
And it just has grown from there. It was just something because I play so much music. I wanted the audience to figure out and get a chance to see, put a face to the name. Because a lot of faces I didn't know.
Yeah, because you had one on there yesterday, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the
Mr.
name.
Lee.
Yeah, I was like,
Mr. Lee.
wow. See, she knows because it's hers. Yeah. and you do it so well. And then what's really cool with the social media and Facebook, then people go and they start looking them up, and
Yes.
then they start popping
Yes.
their favorites that they remember. So I love that part. What you do, you're educating them and making them look for stuff at the same time.
Sure. You leave enough information to get them wanting to know more.
Yep.
And I love the knowledge that people share back. Some of the other DJs and followers will come in and tell their stories, and that's what gets me to learn things as well. So it's a
Right.
beautiful thing.
You are in my house, hosted by T.Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Fellas, I'm new in town, and I've been here a couple times. I absolutely love your place, man. But I've got to ask you, if you can, I've heard that you're going to be shutting this place down.
I'm not proud of it, brother. but we're behind our property taxes, and the county is all over us, man. I'm even afraid to even give them a call.
Well, we can't let it go, brother. I mean, we can't give up. There got to be a GoFundMe campaign that we can run, even past the plate. Is there a forgiveness program or something that's out there?
Well, unfortunately, that's only for the big guys.
No, actually, Wayne County has payment plans for everyone.
Are you for real?
Yes, it's a well-designed program. We want to help you save your business.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. If you have delinquent taxes on your home or business, contact our office, 313-224-5990, or visit our website, treasurer.waynecounty.com. We're here to help.
Got it.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
So how do you pick who's going on today?
No idea. No, I wake
It's not
up.
the color of the football helmets that wins. No.
I wake up in the morning and I look through a little list of what I've compiled of different artists, and I just say, okay, well, let's do a female today, or let's do
Okay,
a, male, or
all
let's
right.
do a DJ.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah,
Really,
you did a lot with the women. That one series, you had all
Yes.
the women. That was hot.
Well, I
really
wanted to
enjoyed
start the
that.
show off as far as me writing with women, because a lot of women artists, producers, DJs don't get a lot of
They
credit. It's such a
don't.
male
dominated Yep.
situation, and that's fine. We
Yep.
just still want to be able to support the women and show who they are, because a lot of the songs that these guys have been pushing for years
Yep.
were females.
Yep.
Some of the hottest vocals that came out in the clubs was a sister singing.
Sister singing.
Sister
for
singing.
real. I know a couple of weeks back, I had Kimmy Horn here.
Very
And
talented.
people, they see her out as a jazz, R&B, regular jazz, R&B international star, but she actually did stuff with Happy Records
I
with
believe
Mike
that.
Banks
Sure,
back in the
sure.
day. And it was so cool because I played a track and right off the rip, she just started scatting right
Nice.
live in the studio. And it was like you said, that woman, that voice, that power, it goes undershadowed because it is such, and even with the DJs. I had Stacy on here and I had DJ Lena on here, and we
Nice.
talked about, and Stacy, I asked her, how does she, find her niche amongst the men? But her thing was, she was brought into it by the men, so they protected her. Lena said she had a few different challenges too. So what are some of the, because we always talk about pay equity, it's all a lot of women rights and women issues and things like that. How has that helped, hurt, worked in your way?
Well, I think the good thing for me, I come out of doing my own home parties. I started off in the basement of my own house.
I see.
So I was able to build a little bit of a fan base, which kind of grew because I started selling cassettes. And then I would actually go out sometime to Palmer Park and just, hey, go up to somebody's car. You like house? Here's a cassette. And I was trying to figure out a way
Junk in the trunk.
Junk in. So you like house? Here's another cassette. And eventually, by the time I was able to get out into the streets, the name had kind of had its own little bubbling to where
see.
people really couldn't do anything. They tried. Trust me, it was enough under the table things going on. But my fan base was powerful enough that you really couldn't do anything but just accept who I was and allow my music to come where it was.
I got you.
So it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
But for a young person coming into the business today, or either back then, it was very difficult. It's very clitish.
Yeah.
If you're not a part of the so-called
Kool-Aid
social
crew.
cool crew,
We call it the Kool-Aid crew.
yeah, you're just gonna have a hard time getting in, and that's the problem I have with a lot of the thing that's going on. We are supposed to pay it back.
Yeah.
As they say, pay it forward. An opportunity comes to you for a reason, and that's what you're supposed to do, is give it to somebody who's coming up, who's been observing you. So amazing how you see somebody become behind you that follow what you do. They mimic your music, just like I did with a lot of the DJs.
Right.
I listen and study to Ken. I listen and study to Wayne and Mix Bradley. Would buy their tapes, go in the basement with my headphones. And so that's what's happening again today, that the same people are doing the same thing.
That's true. And nobody's taking them under the wing and bringing them in. They're
Sure.
like, listen to my stuff, but that's as far as you gonna get.
That's it. Well, a lot of it is a threat. I think people get, I always make a joke about it. There's a list of people, and I think honestly, when one is installed, one comes off.
Yeah.
And I think they're fearful they're going to be the ones that come off that list.
Yeah.
Of the hot list, so to
The
speak.
hot list.
Let them think it.
Yeah, wow, that's something else. So let's talk about Club Insomnia. Now you started there. Now in your bio it says that you were there as a guest in 2006. So you went in and you banged the box and they called you back, huh?
Yes. Pretty much.
Spin Dr. Kim James.
Yes.
So how?
Well, actually, to be honest with you,
happen?
Mike Huckabee.
Mike. Okay.
Who worked out at Record Time. I've been buying records from Mike for years. Funny story. Mike didn't know who I was. I would come in there as a no-name DJ and search through all the imports and domestics and find my own records. And one day I came and I would bring a cassette tape that was snippets of what I had heard on at Heavens with Ken's tapes and give it to him and say, any of these records, just pull them and give them to me. And eventually, about 3 or 4 years later, he discovered somebody came in there who knew who I was and was screaming, DJ said. He turned and says, oh, you DJ said. He says, I've heard of you. I said, you have?
All that
he
time.
He said, you're making noise out on the streets. I said, well, good. And years later, he allowed me to come down and do a guest spot. He was the general person who was bringing in the DJs for spots. Allowed me to come down. I played 2006, 2007, every so often going into the radio station, and eventually became a regular in 2009.
Wow.
And it's all about just being able to handle the pressure of radio.
Yeah, that's, Earl Mixon McKinney was on here a few times earlier in the shows, and we talked about live radio, and then he's actually played at like sports arenas and things like that too, because he, that thing. So what is it like, JLB is a major station.
Sure.
So what are some of the quirks, nons, and things that you can talk about or not talk about when it comes to being in such a major arena like that?
I think the biggest thing, you don't think about it. Probably one of the hardest things about radio is there's no audience in front of you.
Okay.
So you really don't know whether you jamming or not. You think you're going. You
jamming,
and people are turning the station or turning you off.
Oops.
That's the bad part. You don't know if you're doing a good thing or not.
You need that crowd energy.
I love it. When you get an opportunity to play for a crowd, that's what you dream to do, and that's what brings your energy. What I've learned about radio, I've always been sort of hyper in my own way, so I knew I had to bring that energy to radio without it being an audience there. But the good thing about what I do with JLB, they allow me to do whatever I want to do. I understand the limits of what you can push and the boundaries, but Kim gives me the opportunity to just do me. And you take it to the next level with that as best you can.
And how do y'all stay up so late?
I take a nap
during that.
if I'm not doing a party
during the day or something.
But I have worked my regular job. I have went home, took a 2 or 3 hour nap. I've done a gig from 9 to 2, and I've came to the radio station and played from 3 to 5.
I think it's really cool though, because when you leave the club and you still in that mode,
you're hyper now.
You're real hype.
Yes,
and everybody don't have CD players in their car or the plug ports that they could play whatever. So it's like the cool thing, you leaving this banging house club and you can just turn JLB on and hear some banging house music. I wish that they would play more of it during the day though.
Well, it's all about politics and the dollar bill.
Yeah, the cash rules everything.
Hey,
that's what they say. So tell me, where can people? Now let's talk about your website. I had it on the slideshow, the little front page. So you recently launched a new look or something.
Well, I just do adjustments.
Okay.
I'm always updating, changing. That's my little baby. I go and change the web colors or different things, add new snippets, add new CDs. Just something to keep it fresh for those that return, for those that have never been there.
Right.
Just working hard.
And do you sell mixed? How can people get your mixed CDs from you now?
I'm at djcent.com. That's djcent.com.
Right there.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Just in case.
And just been, like I said, I've been doing CDs since actually 1999. And I've had my whole collection.
Did you do the 1999 mix when you started in 99? No, just kidding.
I'm probably, you know what?
You gotta pull it out.
But one thing about me, I've always did different types of mixes. I do gospel house CDs, strictly just gospel. I do a Baltimore Club CD that's just strictly Baltimore Club. There are CDs that are a combination of all three. I do Runway, Vogue, Beats for the gay kids.
Okay.
R&B house remix CDs, with just nothing but that on it. So my collection is vast of whatever you want there's a different CD for that.
Well, you hit Charivari this summer too, man.
Yes.
And do you know, I was like, I know I've heard you on Insomnia, and truly, that was my first time that I can remember or recall physically seeing you mix live.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I was like, damn, she was out cold.
Nice.
And that was just that quick, abbreviated, you know, 1,000
short version.
Yeah.
That's the short version.
That was the real short version. What that, about 1,000 DJs?
Oh, my God. Yeah, the rotation was quicker than records.
Y'all better start mixing like the wizard. Like, wow,
you gotta throw it. That's what you felt like. But you gotta, one thing I learned, because you never know how long opportunity you get.
Yeah.
What I have learned, you got to make the most of it.
Yep.
And you got to hopefully impress those that's there for that. If it's 15 minutes, a half an hour.
Do you.
An hour, you got to do you.
It's a commercial either way, whether it's 15, 5, or 10, right? At least your name and face is out there for a few minutes.
Be everlasting.
There you go.
Be remembered.
Yeah.
If everybody talks about you, that's good.
You are in my house, hosted by T.Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.